Minecraft food is weird and has seen so many changes over the game's 10+ year life cycle. Today we'll be discussing some of the weird facts about Minecraft food, most of which you probably didn't even know about even if you're a longtime player of the game. You're going to want to stick around to the end for this video since there's a lot of weird facts as well. Let me know in the comments down below what your food of choice is in Minecraft. Mine personally are baked potatoes since they're so easy to farm. And also consider leaving a like, as one like goes a long way. I know you're probably tired of hearing that, every YouTuber says it, but it really does make a difference and I wouldn't be saying it if it didn't make a difference. And of course consider subscribing for more Minecraft videos. And now let's get on to the video. The first ever food item introduced into Minecraft were mushrooms. You used to be able to eat just the raw brown and red mushrooms, as mushroom stew wasn't even added to the game at the same time as regular mushrooms were. Eventually, raw mushrooms would become inedible despite being the very first food introduced in Minecraft. Originally, if you wanted to craft bread, it cost 6 wheat in 2 rows of 3 across, as opposed to the normal 3 wheat that it normally costs, making it a lot more expensive back in the day. The textures of cooked pork and steak have changed a lot over the course of Minecraft's lifespan, as the original texture for cooked pork looks more like the modern steak texture, and they used to have a much thicker outline, which I personally think looks better than the modern textures. Carrots were originally added into the snapshots leading up to the 1.4 update in 2012, but they received quite a few texture changes over the years. One of the more infamous texture changes to carrots was because it resembled some other phallic object, and at one point carrots were even considered to be fuel for furnaces. This would have been a very easy way to farm a lot of fuel, until we got bamboo a few years later, which provided a similar purpose, but did it even better since you didn't have to replant the bamboo every time like you do with carrots. Carrots were also originally used to tame rabbits, however you can no longer tame rabbits unfortunately. You can still breed them and catch them into a little pen, but that's all you can really do with them. On the topic of rabbits, rabbit stew is one of the most annoying foods to craft in Minecraft, as it requires a cooked rabbit, a carrot, a baked potato, a red or brown mushroom, as well as a wooden bowl. It doesn't stack either, however if you were to separate all of the rabbit stew ingredients and then eat them separately, it would actually be more efficient than eating the rabbit stew, as it would cure more hunger. This means that rabbit stew is literally wasting food. Minecraft Java Edition and Minecraft Bedrock Edition are largely the same exact game, but there's so many small differences that really add up, making them feel quite different if you've played both extensively. There's a slight difference between some of the foods as well between versions, with sweet berries being slightly better in the Bedrock Edition while dried kelp is slightly better in the Java Edition, essentially making them swap places. Another key difference with food between the Java and Bedrock Edition is what can be placed in your offhand. In the Java Edition, one of the best items to hold in your offhand is food, since you'll be eating it a ton while playing through a Minecraft survival world. However, in the Bedrock Edition, you can't even put food in your offhand, as the amount of items you can put in your offhand in the Bedrock Edition is severely limited compared to Java, where you can put pretty much anything you want in there. Originally, all of the foods in Minecraft healed health, since hunger wasn't a mechanic in the game until 1.8 in late 2011. This also meant that all food did was heal you and have no other effects, until beta 1.8, when we've had food with additional effects, some of which were negative effects. Some examples include spider eyes, which poison you for a short amount of time, and rotten flesh, which cause hunger when eaten, which is kind of funny when you consider the fact that eating something makes you more hungry. As the years went on, we got more diverse foods with additional effects, with one of my favorites being the suspicious stew added in Minecraft version 1.14, which gives you a random effect when eaten. On the topic of stew, when you right click on a mushroom with a wooden bowl, you'll get some mushroom stew. That's a pretty neat feature, although it really isn't that practical since stew doesn't stack, which is annoying. Some people have tried this thing out by trapping a mushroom in their base to essentially have unlimited food, but it still really isn't worth it. If you do manage to get a brown mushroom though, which you can get by using a regular mushroom and having it get struck by lightning, and then you right click on the brown mushroom, the bowl will give you suspicious stew instead, which is a lot more interesting and exciting than the regular mushroom stew. In peaceful mode, your health regenerates no matter what, meaning you don't have to eat food at all while playing in peaceful mode. If your hunger is depleted and you switch to peaceful mode from a different difficulty though, It will also restore your hunger over time, but that wasn't always the case. Prior to release version 1.8, your hunger would stay depleted if you switched to peaceful while hungry, and it would never go down. Like carrots, potatoes were also introduced in version 1.4, one of my favorite Minecraft updates yet, and later on in version 1.9 you became able to lead and breed pigs with potatoes as well as carrots. In 1.5 they added the ability to use the fortune enchantment on potato crops as well to get a higher yield, although this doesn't work for poisonous potatoes, which you can randomly get while harvesting regular potatoes. You can't plant poisonous potatoes either, and you can't use them in a composter, and the only use they have is to be used as a food source. However, even at that, they don't restore much hunger, can poison you, and are too rare to obtain in large quantities, making them one of the most useless items in the game, and arguably the worst food item in the game. Prior to the addition of hunger, there wasn't an eating animation or any sound that played after eating. You would just right click, the food would disappear, and you would heal a little bit. Once hunger was added, they added the ability to burp, allowing Steve to make other sounds besides his classic original damage sound. Melons are one of the worst food sources in Minecraft, however they can be useful in the early game since they grow rather quickly and have a pretty good yield. You can craft a melon block by using 9 melon slices, although when you break a melon block you always get less than 9 slices. In the 3DS version of Minecraft though, of all versions, you can put a melon block in your crafting window to break it down to 9 melon slices again. I'm guessing that this was a mistake when they made the 3DS version, since you can't do this in any other version of Minecraft. Honey is a fairly new addition to Minecraft, coming in the same update with bees of course. However, there is another form of honey that was planned to be released but never saw the light of day. In the snapshots leading up to Minecraft version 1.15, a texture for crystallized honey was added, but it was removed in later snapshots. It was unused and nobody knew exactly what it was for, but my guess is it was meant to be consumed or used as an ingredient for something else. Cookies were added in the beta 1.4 update before hunger was even implemented. At the time, they were the only food source that could be stacked in stacks of 8. They were one of the worst food sources despite this, however, since they didn't really heal much and required cocoa beans to craft, which weren't even farmable until much later in release version 1.3. And in the 1.12 snapshots, cookies were even used to tame parrots originally, but then were later changed to kill parrots instead and pretty much do the exact opposite of what they originally did for parrots. This is apparently because cookies are not good for parrots and they didn't want to encourage kids to feed cookies to parrots, and it's one of the strangest changes to Minecraft I have ever read about. While it isn't technically food, netherwort is an important item used to craft potions, which also aren't technically food, but they are consumable items like food and function in a similar way. In version 1.4, they added the ability to breed chickens with netherwort, as they were treated similar to how seeds were treated at the time. This was removed later on in version 1.8 however, although I don't think there was a single person out there who relied on netherwort over regular seeds to breed their chickens. If you were one of the few people that used to breed chickens with netherwort, let me know in the comments down below. Originally, zombie pigmen dropped cooked pork. This was quite useful since it's a great food source, but was eventually changed to rotten flesh, which is much more fitting but not nearly as good as cooked pork. This made pigman farms even more broken since you got unlimited gold and unlimited cooked pork, one of the best food items in the game. And those are just some of the weird facts about Minecraft food out there that I could find. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite weird fact about Minecraft food is, and of course consider leaving a like down below so it helps the video a ton, and also consider subscribing for more Minecraft videos. Thank you all so much for watching, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all in the next video, and bye bye.